Magazine, Detroit, baby, we out here. You see what's going on, we activated, we ain't playing no games.
For sure.
I don't see nobody.
What up, though, man? It's GX from the Foreign Magazine, man. And today's guest is somebody that's been really holding it down on the DJ side of things, man. But, you know, I don't like to get caught up in the female DJ, male DJ. You know what I mean? Like, you know how a person be like the female artist. Like, nah, you just an artist. You know what I mean? And she been one of the people that's been in the game for a while. A lot of plugs, a lot of connections, but most importantly though, when you listen to her DJ, like I had the opportunity to hit the 313 day weekend at the basketball game. And I ain't gonna lie, you had that bitch rocking. I can't cap. I'm like, damn, I'm like, she hard, you feel me? So yeah, DJ MoBetta in the building. What's going on?
What's up?
Yeah, it's definitely a pleasure and an honor to have you. I appreciate you taking time out your schedule to come sit down with us.
I appreciate you for having me.
Yep. How your day been so far?
So far, so good. Chilly Mo been chilling.
For sure.
Sunday is like my day where I just kind of regroup, clean the house.
For sure.
You know.
For sure. That's a usual woman's
Sunday's supposed to be like family chill day for real.
For sure. So for her to pop out on Sunday to come rock with us, you know, that's something special. So yeah, so you know, just lately, man, like the work schedule been the same. Like I follow you on social media. I'm keeping up with what you got going on. Hence why I reached out, you know what I mean, for an interview. In terms of everything that you just been doing lately, if you could just talk about everything that you know what I mean, been doing as a recent.
Well, lately, I'd say on the more recent side of things, I've been in the studio a lot more. I've been working more on my own music.
Sure.
In my own vibe. I also stepped back from being in the clubs as much. So I still DJ, I still do my thing. I'm just not as easily accessible as I once was, I guess. I also had to just take some me time. Me time is always important. It's always important to just take the time to get your mind right, body right, you know, figure out exactly what direction you want to head. Because sometimes you can get lost in the sauce and the mix of things. Shit will just be going so fast.
For sure.
It's very important, I feel, to just always keep your goals and your vision intact.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's okay to just take a step back a little bit. It's not necessarily that you stopping anything or you really slowing up. You just, you know, just taking a minute, take a little breather.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, lately.
If you can, go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry, but yeah, lately that's just what I've been on.
For sure. If you can, talk about the pace. I think a lot of people don't understand the pace of the music business. So what I mean by that is just like how fast the life is. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where you can look up, like I look at certain big artists, like for instance, even though Drake been doing it for a while, but he said after this album, it's time to take some time to get myself together. Like, just talk about as a DJ, how busy that life is and just how things can get you can get lost in the sauce, and hence why you got to take this step back for a second just to, you know.
Everything, it moves fast. And then sometimes, especially when you on the up and up and your name buzzing, more people, they trying to see about you. They want you at their events. They want to book you for their shows or whatever the case may be. It's like you can lose yourself in the midst of that, and it's just like sometimes you just have to remember what's really important to you. Music, of course, is always my passion. It's my dream and everything that I got going on, but my family is like
absolutely
more important than that always. God more important than that always. So 100%. Sometimes you do have to just take the time to step away from everything, because and then especially like when you get that buzz, it could be like a snowball effect of just everything just coming at you.
Traffic come.
It comes so fast, especially like me, for example. I've been doing this by myself from the beginning, you know, so it's like doing things on your own. You have to manage your own schedules. It's like it can become overwhelming.
Yeah, for
like,
sure.
I got to a point where I was getting booked so much, I was double booking myself.
Damn, on accident.
Like,
Sick as
damn.
hell. Like, that's crazy.
I had to call somebody like, damn, can you go cover me? Because I
Damn.
forgot. Yeah, like that happened a couple of times. So when that started happening, I'm like, yeah, I gotta slow it down.
For sure. So if we can, let's just go a little bit back into the origins of, what side of town is you from? And what was it like being a young woman, being raised in the city?
I'm not from Detroit, actually. A lot of people think I'm from Detroit. Contrary to belief, I am not. I don't know why everybody think I'm from the east side. I am not. I was born in Lansing, Michigan.
Shout out to Lansing. I got a couple homies out there.
Yep, I was born in Lansing. I was raised in Ann Arbor. So I'm not from Detroit at all. I just always had family out here. Okay. I was always a traveler. My family traveled a lot. So a lot of people, they don't know where I'm from because I got this accent.
Right.
They're like, where is this girl from?
For real.
But yeah, so that's like just me moving around a lot at a young age, traveling with my family. I think that, and then being back and forth, coming out here to Detroit in the summertime. I stayed with my aunt and stuff like that. So I think that's just where it came from. And then also me being raised in a predominantly white area, I was just always drawn to like, I want to be in the city. That's where my people are. These are not my people. I cannot relate. So I'm like, I always wanted to just be around my people and my culture, like, something that I could relate to. And I feel like us as black people, even from Detroit, you could be from Detroit. I just feel like black people, we have a problem with identifying with who we are because we're never really taught our history and we don't really have the knowledge of ourselves. Absolutely. So I think just me growing up around predominantly white Asians, just not my kind, that's what like made me want to be in the city, the culture. And then it's like I just always felt like I could help my people with the knowledge that I obtained out there, and it's just like it's a different way of thinking, and it's just like it's a world. Like I always tell people, like it's a world out here. Like it's so much more than just what you subjecting yourself to.
For real, no doubt. So like, what were some of the things that you experienced that, like, being raised in a predominantly Asian, white, area? Yeah. What were some of the things that you experienced, like, that kind of, made you to who you is today, like? Yeah. Or even want to give back to your people where you seen the difference, like? Yeah,
I seen a major difference, like. We had projects in Ann Arbor, like subsidized housing, the cheaper places. That's where the majority of all the black people were at, in the cheaper places to live, the subsidized housing, that Section 8 housing, stuff like that. And then I just seen the difference within the schools, even in the school systems. It's like we didn't even really have a curriculum that taught us about us.
For sure.
It's like, in high school, they had an African American literature class and stuff like that, but we didn't have that for real in elementary.
Right.
Or, so it's actually funny because when I was in middle school, my middle school class, like my homegirls, us, like just my class of black girls, we, I think it was like my class and the class above mine, we actually started like a step team. At the middle school that I went to.
Like y'all own little, sorority, with something like that?
We had started the step team. It was a step team. I went to Tappan Middle School in Ann Arbor, Michigan, and we were the ones that started the step team, and they actually put the step team, like, in the curriculum, like, as a sport.
Damn, that's dope. That's hard.
When I went to community high school. That's like one of the high schools I went to. In that community, we started soul food Fridays. Like, it was just different stuff. Yeah.
The culture for real.
Yes, like, we really was like, nah, y'all about to see and feel us.
So, damn, man, that's interesting. So it's like, because even now I see a certain degree of like consciousness, like awareness.
Yeah.
Like when I look at, your page and stuff like that, different things in your My Story and, the shrooms and all that type of stuff. I say that to say like you tapped into something deeper.
Yeah,
right?
I'm definitely a spiritual girl.
For sure. And even outside of spiritual, you like for your people real strong
I
type
am.
shit.
I don't play that. I really am about my people. But I'm a lover of all. Like, one of my best friends is white. Like, I love all cultures, all races, but definitely. I am definitely like an advocate for my people, just because we've been oppressed for so long, and it's just like,
for sure,
we still fighting the oppression. We still fighting for our places, and then it's just like, I mean, now, especially black women, we up here with it. Mm-hmm. We one of the most educated races overall, black women.
For sure.
So it's just like, we need to get our black men on that same movement, motion.
Absolutely, no doubt. So, at an early age, I'm assuming like you definitely had interest in music for you to, blossom into what you are today. Yeah. Where did your musical roots come from?
Well, my aunt is who raised me. My aunt raised me. My mom and my dad. Me and my mom, we like this. Me and my dad, we like this. Now we the best of friends. But growing up, they both were on drugs. That's why they did not raise me. But one thing I always knew about my dad was he was a DJ. One thing I always knew about my mother was she was a writer. Oh, man. My aunt, I grew up off Motown. That's all she played. Man. All she played, Motown, Stevie Wonder, Isley Brothers, Temptations. Yeah. That's what I grew up on.
Hey, that's why when we asked Rocky them questions, hey, I'm like, hey, my baby was on the side like, hey, straight up, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So like, I grew up around music, loving music. Like, my aunt, she really was just like, and then she has a lot to do with the reason why I am the way I am. She was a strong single black woman, and she just was really into just the whole Motown and just our culture as a whole. She definitely was just like a black activist in my, like, I feel like if anything or anybody could have been a Black Panther.
For real, would have been straight up.
Like, for real.
Straight up.
Like, my aunt, she was always big putting me in rooms in places where I was like the only black girl, and I just never understood, like, why did she do this? Like, she sent me to a camp with all white people.
Right.
Like, why the fuck? I just never understood it.
But you know what? That shows that she highly intelligent. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because she knew to put you in that environment and what it would produce. No, that's dope. So you say she had the Motown. You said your pops was a DJ.
Yeah. So my dad, even though me and him didn't have a relationship when I was growing up, it's like, I don't know. It's just, I'm like, my daddy was a DJ though. My daddy, like, but he was a good ass DJ, and that's just like what he was known for, being a dope boy and a DJ. Like, that was his thing. And I don't know, I guess it kind of was just like my way to connect with him, because I never really had a relationship with my father. Gotcha. So I'm like, yeah, so like music just always was, and it also was just a way of healing for me. Music always been a way of healing for me. Mm-hmm. Like, a lot of I just started putting my music out, but I honestly could say I probably had like 3 albums worth of music I'm just sitting on. Damn. Because I make music for myself.
Wow. That is dope. That's dope. So, when you said you know that you kind of saw that as a way to connect with your father, like, now that you excellent DJ and you doing what you doing, like, what is that relationship now? Like, I mean, that conversation, I would say. Yeah, what is those conversations like?
Me and my dad are like the best of friends. Like, that's my dog for real. And he's so proud of me and everything I'm doing. Like, he came to my birthday party that just passed. He came to see me DJ a couple of times now. Like, he just really loved everything I'm doing. It's so funny though, because he be like, we gonna have a DJ battle.
Hey, that'd be dope though. That'd be dope.
Yeah, that would be dope. I'd be like, I don't know, Dad, I might show you out.
And I ain't gonna lie, that'd be even better if you did it in a way where you could, you feel like, that'd be hard, because a lot of people can't say that they pops is good DJs. You get what I'm saying?
Like, my dad, he really one of them, like, mixing, scratching, like,
for real.
Yeah, he's good at it. So that's where our conversations usually always, and then he likes to send me music. He'll send me songs like, hey, mix this. Like,
that's hard. Yeah, for sure. So, okay, boom. So you grow up in Lansing,
in Ann Arbor.
Yeah. With your aunt in Detroit. As time go forward, you go through what I'm assuming middle school, high school. Mm-hmm. At what point did you instantly start DJing like in high school? Like when did your career as a DJ in Detroit begin?
So, even though my aunt raised me, like it was a struggle. It was a struggle being raised by her because she was such a stern and strict woman. She was a little abusive. And it's like I said, like I still love her to death. I love her to death. I love the way that she raised me, minus the abuse.
Sure.
So by the age of 16, I was out that house. I was on my own.
Got you.
I had went to go find my mama, got her off the streets, got her together. I'm the one who got my mama off, like for real. I'm the one who made sure my mom was a better person.
Wow.
Like a lot of people, they wash their hands with her in the situation. But at that point, it's like, look, I need you, you need me. We gotta get this shit together. So
you been like your mentality been different
for a long time.
You know, and when a person do, like honestly, when a person look at you, you're going to know, like, all right, she's not the regular person that you just come across. You get what I'm saying? It's not the look, it's not that, but like, you know, even you can just tell. You feel me?
Yeah.
And so if you may, and you ain't really got to go deep off into it, but in terms of like abuse, you feel me? Just for you know,
cool.
some
like,
of the young people out there.
I'm healed, so that's something I can openly talk about.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. So if you can briefly, like, what was some of the what was some of the things or the challenges that you did face? You talked about the good, but like, what was some of them things that, you know?
I never went to no school dances. Like, I never went to no school dances. I ain't go to a prom, a homecoming, a nothing, a Sadie Hawkins. I wasn't allowed to leave the house, for real. The only place I was allowed to go was it was a park up the street. It was a park up the street. It was called Clear Park. That's where all the boys used to be playing basketball. So my little fast ass used to go walk up to the park and just chill at the park. And I was just like I don't know. I think that's what made me become such an outside nature person, because I really wasn't allowed to do anything or go anywhere. But we had like a half acre of land, so I used to just be outside exploring in the woods, doing all type of random stuff like that. That's what I used to do. So I don't know. It was different. It was different. She would get mad at me over the most random things. I honestly feel as though like my aunt was the type of person that she didn't really know how to channel her anger, so she would like let it out on me. For example, one day my cousin snuck in the house. He snuck through the window. I'm asleep on the couch. I ain't supposed to fall asleep on the couch. Right. That was the thing. I wasn't supposed to fall asleep on the couch. But he snuck in the house. I got a whooping.
Because you wasn't aware, right? Because you wasn't aware, right.
Though.
That's crazy.
But still, this nigga just snuck in the house through the window. Why am I getting my ass beat? So that's the type of stuff that was going on. It was just like, what the fuck? I was just so confused. But like I said, like I never really blamed her. Like I'm the type of person, I try to understand and assess situations, like understand like people's thought process, like what made you do that? Not why me? It's like what led you to this?
Absolutely.
You know? So now, like I said, I'm healed. I forgave her for everything that transpired. But I understand now. She was just going through a lot. Like her son, he had cancer, he died. It was just a lot that she was going through as well. She a single mother in Ann Arbor. It's expensive out here. She got these kids, you know, so she raising the kids. It's not hers. So it's just
That's a lot.
It's a lot. So it's like I kind of understand, but it's like at the same time, it's no excuse for the abuse. But I also understand. So anyway, at the age of 16, I got up out that house. I'm like,
So when you went and when you went and found your mom,
we stayed in a homeless shelter. I was homeless. Like before I found my mom, I was like house hopping. I was staying with people's parents, but you know that only lasts for so long when you in high school. So it was only for so long. Like shit, you ain't my kid. I ain't about to keep on taking care. You know, it was just like a couple weeks over here, a couple weeks over there, and then once I just overstayed my welcome at all the places, that's why I'm like, I gotta find my mama. Like I gotta figure this shit out because I couldn't get emancipated. So I was just like had to figure out what to do. So I found her. We ended up moving into a homeless shelter. I stayed in a homeless shelter for like 6 months. stayed in a home shelter, and then we finally like I ended up getting a job as a hostess at this restaurant, and then she had got a job at the Ann Arbor News, and then that's when we got our place and everything. So it was a struggle. It was a struggle for a minute, but I feel like all of that I went through is just made me who I am today.
Indeed, man.
But yeah, so just what I suffered a lot of trauma as a kid, and not even just through my aunt. Like it was times where I was still with my mom, and I was just like going back and forth. My mom, she was in a lot of abusive situations with me and dealing with men, and I just think all that trauma and everything, it fucked my head up a little bit.
No, for sure.
What got me into, to revert back to your question, like what got me into DJing and into the lifestyle, I started as a dancer. So I was dancing at the age of 18. That was my first time I ever stepped foot in a strip club at Hard Bodies. And then I was still living with my mom though, and I had an ex at the time. Me and him, I don't know, that was toxic. He used to be putting his hands on me. And I think that just come from me seeing what my mom was going through. Like, I felt like that was like normal or something. That's, you know, like that's how, I guess it's how you're supposed to get love. So the ex of mine, he actually found out, because I was sneaking and dancing. Like, I didn't want nobody to know what I was doing, but it's just like, shit, backs against the wall. We got to pay these bills. We got to do what we got to do. I had to, you know, I didn't want to keep living with her. It was just, you know, I got to do what I got to do. So I started dancing. I was sneaking, going down to Detroit. And one day I came back and he like caught me counting my money. He caught me counting the ones. He like, what the fuck? Like he beat my ass. Then he told my mama, she beat my ass. They basically jumped me. Wow. They basically jumped me over that situation. And then I stopped dancing for a long time after that. And then it was just like, and then I got to a point where it was just like, man, fuck what anybody got to say, what y'all thinking, this is what I'm about to do. Yeah. It's so easy. I was making money like this. I was making a lot of money too. So then I just fully converted into being a dancer. But I was always like, I never really, like, I'm a friendly person, but I don't like being in people's faces like that. Like, I'm cool, I'm friendly, but I always been this way. I don't like being in people's face like that. So even as a dancer, like, I'd be in the club, but I'd be in a DJ booth.
All right.
I was always in a DJ booth. So honestly, that is what got me into DJing. I was always in a DJ booth. Shout out to DJ Motor City, because he is the one who, like, the first DJ that ever showed me anything about DJing. The first DJ that ever was like, come on, Mo, do your thing. So he the one who really like started me with the whole DJing. And I be in there on a day shift, shaking ass and DJing in the DJ.
Right. Say multitask.
Like, literally, and it was so lit. I honestly feel like everybody want to be they the first to do this and the third, but I honestly believe I was the first dancer to ever become DJ. Like, I really was in the DJ booth, like, come on, make it rain on me, and then I go hit the stage, make it rain on me again.
That's hard.
It was lit. That aspect of it was lit. So that's like really what got me into DJing. Like I said, I always been drawn to music. So like I was just in the DJ booth, like, how you do that? And that's.
And you know what? That, like, as I was doing my research and I was like reaching out to a few people, I ended up talking to now the internet sensation, Dogface.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he got the internet going crazy right now. Shout out to Dogface. But he was saying how you don't get the credit that you deserve for being that first person to blend, like, the sexiness with DJing, like, where you like, you know what I mean, one of those DJs that's.
Oh yeah, I was the blueprint.
Yeah, that's what he said. He was like, she was the first one to start
I was the blueprint. Still the blueprint.
For sure.
No shade.
No, shout out to everybody, but your story and your work and your legacy is your legacy. You know what I mean? So okay, so boom, you doing that. At what point? Well, before we get into that, I want you to briefly, if you can, talk about that nightlife in terms of being a dancer, because it's other women out there, it's young ladies out there that's probably thinking about doing it or whatever the case may be.
That nightlife is a fucking mess. You hear me? I done endured and went through more shit in my life in that lifestyle than I ever should have went through, and it's nobody to blame but myself, because I'm the one that put myself there, you know. And it had its ups. I feel like if that's what you're gonna do it, because I don't knock nobody hustle or how they choose to make their money and do what they do, but just be smart about it, you know. Just use that as a stepping stone. I know y'all hear that a lot with women always be like, well, I'm just using, no, like for real, use that as a stepping stone. Like, it's so easy, just like with DJing in this entertainment world, it's so easy to get wrapped up and caught up in that fast money. And it's like, just as fast as that shit come, it's gonna go. Make sure you invest in it. Make sure you making smart decisions. Make sure you making your connections. Make sure you making it worth the while. Because it's a lot of girls who was in my position. They were dancers, beautiful girls. They had talents outside of just dancing. A lot of people have a lot of great qualities about themselves that nobody even know, just because it's just like they only view you as this.
Yeah, you know? Put them in that box. And
exactly. So, but it's like, that's why I say it's best that you just use that as a stepping stone, so that way, you know, when you get to the point where you feel like, okay, I'm done with this or whatever, you can move on. You can transition without an issue. Like, I transitioned out of dancing with no problem at all, because I always knew in the back of my mind, like, this is not for me. This is not for me. I'm so much bigger than this. I always knew this is not the tell-all, end-all for me. Like, I'm not about to be labeled as no dancer. There's so many people that even knew me from that lifestyle don't even remember me from that lifestyle. Like damn, I forgot you was a dancer. I forgot you used to do that.
That's the goal. That's exactly. That's the goal, is to rewrite your own history.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
But I use it to my advantage though. Like, I made the connections. Like, a lot of the rappers who I'm cool with, I met them as a dancer. A lot of the people that I'm cool with, I met them when they was nobody or nothing. But I'm a loyal person. Like, once I'm locked in with you, I'm locked in with you. I'm rocking if we rolling. Like, that's how I am. So, like I said, I established them networks and them connections, and I made it worth the while.
Okay, so as you transition out of that, what was the first like big event, the first big thing that you said, hey, I've arrived, I am DJ MoBetta, and this is what we on, and when people start being receptive to everything that you was doing?
I first started, I feel like I first started as a strip club DJ. So, because I knew that's where my connections were, with the club owners, the promoters, the managers within the strip club. So that's where I started. DJ Lish actually was the first person that like highlighted me as a DJ. And like, you know, oh, we got the sexy DJ MoBetta, she about to be DJing and turning it up. And you know, like, he the first person that actually like put me on any type of, I guess you could say, platform to be seen as a DJ. Like, he used to throw banging ass parties, and they'd come into these banging ass parties, be like, damn, that's a female DJ? Right. And I'm on the mic talking shit because, and then one thing, people, I don't know if you know or know, but as a strip club DJ, you have to be a good MC. Yeah, you gotta know how to talk on the mic. Yeah. So a lot of people don't know that's one of my strong points. Like, talking on the mic is one of my strong points, because you gotta know how to hype up the crowd. You gotta know how to make niggas spend money. You gotta keep them girls in rotation. You know, all this shit you gotta do.
That's something. That's something.
I used to be in a strip club like, yeah, and I'm the first female DJ in this bitch doing this like this. Like, you know, I'm popping my shit. And that's really, I feel like, what made me, you know, just take off.
So if you can not, because we not, like, you just made a statement about being a MC, having to be efficient in that to get everybody involved. If you can, talk about some of the like critical things as a DJ overall, for like an upcoming DJ that's you know, thinking about being one. Talk about the things that you feel that you gotta do in order to be a great and effective DJ.
Well, I feel like, well, I honestly feel like it depends on the vibe. Cause I don't talk on the mic as much as I used to now. I just come and spin. I be spinning, but I feel like it's always good to be able to like hype up the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
It's always good to be able to hype up the crowd, get your crowd going. I feel like being able to host and not just DJ is always going to be a strong point. And I feel like if more DJs were hosts and not just DJs, it would bring more value back to us. Because
right, I see what you're saying.
The shit kind of ass backwards in the club right now. Like, they paying the motherfucking hosts more than the DJs. I will never understand that. I will never understand that. But that's because the value is being taken away from us because we're not hosting anymore. You know? It's like DJs, they come, like I said, I don't be hosting as much as I should, which I need to get back into doing. And so DJs, they come, we spin, we ain't hyping the crowd up like that. And then they just like, damn, but then the host will come
and turn that mug up.
Literally. So yeah, I feel like that's a strong point and something that you as a DJ should know how to do. Especially if it's a lot of female DJs, they are take the mic away from that bitch. That's why I be like, oh my God, what is going on? Like, what? Like, their voice don't even sound right.
Right, I got you. So you do gotta have a practice your voice.
Yeah,
so
you gotta practice.
Okay, yeah.
I don't sound the same on the mic. When I'm talking, like, you see, I got this high pitch.
Yeah. You transform that mug.
It's totally different.
That's dope.
I turn into Mike. I ain't MoBetta, I'm Mike. I'm Mike. A totally different person. Like, you gotta bring that shit up out of you. Like, yo, MC voice, I call it like my radio voice. Yeah. Even though I ain't never been on the radio, but you know, it's like it's distinctive. It's radio voice. Yeah, it's like just like an actor or actress turn that shit on and off. You have to turn that shit on.
Absolutely. So, in terms of the coalition DJs, you know what I mean? At what point in time in your career did you decide to, say, hey, this is a good move for me, and I like what these guys and women, because there's other women over there as well.
Yeah.
We had an opportunity to interview DJ Cali. Shout out to DJ Cali.
Yeah, that's my baby.
For sure.
I don't know if she's still a part of the coalition or not.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Oh, okay. So what at what point did you decide to, you feel me, say, this is what I'm gonna do?
So first I was a part of Playing Around DJs first.
Okay.
So like Dogface was the first just, I don't know, I guess you could say like a conglomerate of DJs that like put me in a position to work with other DJs and stuff like that. Like I was working with Playing Around DJs first, and with what he had going on, and then I kind of stepped back from that a little bit, and I started working with Coalition. I didn't jump straight into working with Coalition. I just got to a point where I just wanted to focus on doing my own thing a little bit. And then I like the New Music Sundays. That's really what got me like hooked on wanting to be a part of Coalition first. Yeah. Just seeing what they was doing within the music industry, New Music Sundays, and I always wanted to be an A&R. My ear for music is next level. I ain't gonna lie. Like, if you listen to my compilation albums, you'll know. Like, I have a good ear for music. And I always just wanted to be a part of the bringing
finding them ones.
Yeah, finding them ones. And helping. I like helping people take off and being able to say I was a part of that. And like, shit, and I'm cool with not being able to go the whole way with you. At least I can say, like, I helped build you.
Who are some of the people that you had your eye on that you said would be where they at today?
That Throat Baby dude.
Oh yeah.
I met him in Atlanta, and I was DJing at this club in Atlanta. I think it's called Atlantis. And he gave me his song. He came to the DJ booth. He was like, "Can you play this for me?" Da, 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 da. I'm on my way up, and da, 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 da. He gave me the song. I said, "Oh, nigga, you about to take off on this." As soon as I heard it, it was so catchy. Take a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh yeah, this that." This that one. Straight up. It's like I seen it and I heard it. I'm like, I know this. Yep.
Straight up.
He about to take off.
Straight up. Another thing too, man, is that just from hearing in the streets or whatever, like, you was very pivotal and like playing like Babyface Ray. Dogface was telling me like you was like going like spinning bro records like crazy. You feel me?
Yeah, I was. I was like, So Lil Mike was the first artist I ever DJ for. Shout out to Lil Mike.
Shout out to Mike.
He was the first artist I ever DJ for. Then I started DJing for Ray. I played Ray everywhere I went. You would have thought it was a Babyface Ray party. Everywhere I went, I was playing the fuck out of all of his songs. It was so many people like, who this? I'm like, Ray. I play his shit.
They said you
I
was
play
playing
his
him
shit everywhere.
so much. They was saying you was playing him so much that people was pulling like, hey, bro, stop playing this nigga shit.
No, for real.
Like,
Can you play some Future or something? Like, we don't want, this is not a Babyface Ray party. Like, can you play, like, for real, swear to God, that happened to me a couple times. Like, can you put something else on? Like, I had a whole Babyface Ray mix. I put that bitch on when I go to the bathroom.
right, for real. And let that mud roll, you know?
Yeah, like, I really was like,
have you ever actually have you had the opportunity to DJ for him specifically?
Who, Ray?
Yeah.
I was his DJ.
So
I was Ray's DJ for like 2-3 years.
What years was this, if you would be able to?
Before, this was when Peasy first got locked up. This is when
2000.
Like 2020.
Okay, yeah.
Like
That's about right,
2000,
yeah.
I say like 2019.
Yeah.
Is when we first started kind of like meeting and stuff like that. 2019, 2020.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I actually I started DJing in 2019, and then 2020. Shit was just happening so fast. But yeah, 2020, that's when I started actually DJing for him. He was like, can you? I remember too, cause one day I used to be on live. I used to go live and used to be making mixes, and I used to want to be DZ DJ. I used to want to be DZ DJ so bad, and he just wasn't fucking with me. He like Miles my DJ or somebody. I couldn't remember who he said was his DJ at the time. It was somebody else, but I'm just like, man. And then one day, I'm on live DJing and stuff. Ray hopped on my live, like, can you be my DJ? I said, what? I thought he was playing, but he was for real.
Right.
He was for real. I had pulled up to the block where they used to be on the east side. And we had a little chat about it. Like, yeah, so ever since then, like, I was his DJ for like 2-3 years. I was like in the beginning. I was like his first tour DJ.
Right, when he was at that point where he was like.
When he was first taking off for real. Like he always had hype.
For sure.
You know, he already established a hype about himself from being in Team Eastside.
For sure.
But when he really first started taking off for real, like that Unfuckwittable.
Yeah.
Like when he was making Unfuckwittable, that's when I was around. I was around like when he was making that album. Before he met like who his manager is now. Before he I was around
Bearline?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Before he met her, like I was around then.
Mm-hmm. So what do you think, in your personal opinion, what do you feel like in terms of like why you're not DJing for him now? What do you personally feel, the reasons may have been?
I honestly don't know. I honestly can't give you just a straight answer personally how I feel about it. What he will say was just like, stuff was moving fast and it was new for everybody, everything that was happening. And then, he was going on tour, he was doing bigger shows.
Right. Right. The politics with that.
And, like Limelight's this season.
Yeah.
Limelight's was Gucci Man DJ, so he more seasoned,
right?
And he know how to work crowds better than me. Know how to, do big events and stuff like that. That was just something new. Like we all got thrown into something new.
Absolutely.
So I remember the last show I DJ'd for him was at the Moneybagg Yo concert. They did not notify me about a sound check until the day of the concert. I didn't know about a lot of stuff that was going on. I didn't have no credentials. And then I get there. They didn't send me Ray's songs that he was performing until I say 30 minutes before he hit the stage. And I'm DJing. It's the S9. It's different setups. Right. You got your CDJs, you got your turntables, you got your controller boards, and then it's a S9 mixer. I don't know what the fuck this is.
Right.
I ain't never in my life seen the S9.
Right.
But I'm gonna make it work.
Right.
I'm gonna make it do what it do.
For sure.
DJ B, shout out to DJ B. He the one who's in charge of most of the sound and things like that at these large scale events. Like DJ B, he is a great musical engineer, a great DJ as well. And he was there. He was there. He was backstage. He was right next to me. I'm like, B, I don't know how to work this.
Right.
He like, it's cool, Mo. Don't stress. We got this shit. You know what I'm saying? We got this shit. So I'm like, fuck it. We rolling. So I'm doing what I gotta do. I'm DJing and whatnot. Like I said, I ain't really know how to work it, but I'm still, you know, we still rolling. I feel like it was a situation where the crowd they never knew that I ain't know, but it was just like, you know, I couldn't hit my little like all that, like my little
extra shit
like my little,
make it go,
you know, I'm like,
especially at them big events too,
yeah,
though. That's
so it's just
shit
like,
right there, like,
it's just like, damn, I don't know. So it's just like, instead of it flowing how it's supposed to flow, it's just like I play the song, then I cut the song, next song.
Yeah.
So it was just like, it wasn't like long awkward pauses, but it was just like no scratching.
For sure.
It was no scratching. It was no sample sound effects, none of that. So it was just like, play this song, next song. You know, we just run it through. But it wasn't like nothing like that major. Like I said, if you ain't know for real, you would have never knew. Just the only people that knew was just the people that knew, like, oh, she don't know how to work this, or like, you know, like, shit, I don't know how to work this.
But you know what? That's the beauty of the game too, is because a lot of people don't even get that opportunity to see that shit.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So you can check that off. And now
but guess what? I know how to work a motherfucking S9 now.
Bingo. You feel
Ever
me?
since that day, I said, oh, hell no, I never run into this situation again. I literally went, and I was like, I gotta learn how to use this shit.
Real talk.
Yeah, I literally went and taught myself how to work S9, because I'm like, oh no, I will never run into this situation again.
Most definitely.
But yeah, that's what happened. It's like, yeah, he dropped me. He dropped me for being this DJ. It is what it is. I'm not butthurt about it. I honestly feel like more people are hurt about the situation than I ever was. It's like people on the outside looking in like, damn, Mo, why you ain't this DJ no more? You was so loyal to dog. You did this. You was playing music every year. What the fuck? What happened? It was just like, I mean, it is what it is. One thing people have to understand, at the end of the day, this is business. Mm-hmm. You know, at the end of the day, we were never under no contractual agreement. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? This was all off of word of mouth. I'm like, okay, cool. It's like, you doing me a favor, I'm doing you a favor. I'm DJing for you. I'm playing your music everywhere we go. You also helping me learn this business. Like,
for real, though.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's a lot of times people don't understand that value either. See, it's gonna be another situation that come about where it might be bigger, and that equipment is gonna be there.
Yeah.
You feel me? And when you turn that one up, that's gonna be, you get what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So people gotta look at this stuff as like steps and stuff like that.
It's steps.
And another perspective too is, even with, like he said, everything was moving fast or whatever, and DJ Limelight, he
was seasoned.
You got label people that's going to make decisions.
Exactly.
Babyface Ray ain't making every single decision
and he
about his career.
What I'm saying, he wasn't. I'm pretty sure he was not the one to make the decision to drop me as a DJ. It's just shit happened fast, you know. This is what makes sense, so that's what we gotta run with. And I understand. That's why I never. It's like I was kind of hurt about it, just cause it's like I said, I'm loyal. That's how I am. Like if I'm rocking with you, I'm locked in with you. So it's like I didn't look at these niggas like family.
Family, right?
You know what I'm saying?
And
like
the opportunity
nigga, I got wavy game on the back of my chain. Like I went and got my chain. I bought my chain with my own money. I got wavy game put on the back of my chain. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the type of loyalty I had to them niggas. So it's like I was kind of hurt about it, but at the same time, it's just like I understand. It's like I didn't take it to heart fully. Mm-hmm. And then also it's just like I also gained a lot from that situation. When working for him, I learned a lot. I was able to still make my own connections. So I feel like that's always important as a DJ. Always understand like your loyalty sometimes not gonna get you as far as you would like it to be, and that's okay. Just as long as you doing what you supposed to do as a DJ, like while you still working with these artists, make your connections, make your moves, do what you have to do. Don't ever lose sight of your vision and what you got going on, which is something that I never did. So that's why that situation, it didn't break me. You know what I'm saying? Because something that didn't make you cannot break you.
Okay, pop that shit. That's what I'm talking about. So yeah, man. I want to talk a little bit about your. Yeah, I want to talk.
And
about
we still cool, by the way. Like
What's
I'm still cool with Ray. Don't ever think that it's beef between us or beef between the Wavy. Like I'm still cool with him. Los Nutty, all them niggas are still my friends. Like shout out to the White House. Shout out to all them guys. I'm so glad and proud of them and what they doing with their careers. And I always want to see them excel and keep pushing.
No doubt, no doubt.
Just like I know they will always want to see it and want the same for me.
For sure. Cause they had you DJing at the basketball.
Yeah, Los Nutty. I love Los Nutty, bro. Like they always book me, always rap with me. Like Los Nutty, my motherfucking babies.
That's dope. So now if you could just talk a little bit about your compilations and just everything that you got coming up, and what the people should be looking out for.
Okay, so I be on my DJ Khaled shit. You know, I make compilation albums. I don't make beats. A lot of people think I make beats, but I don't make beats. I haven't stepped into that lane yet. I say yet because I do plan on doing so at some point. But what I do is, like, I have friends who make beats. I have my own producers that I work closely with. So I will buy or get beats from them, and we get the beats, and then we get, the artists, get them on the songs, and that's how I do it. Or sometimes it doesn't work that way. Sometimes, artists, they so busy on the move doing their thing, or likewise I'm busy on the move doing my thing. So sometimes I'll just get a song from the artist that they already cooked up but unreleased. Like I have to get a song that you never released before. So I'll get an unreleased song, and then I will put it on my album, and I make a whole compilation album with various artists like my first album is called DJ MoBetta Presents Thugs Need Love. It's a themed album. I based it just, around like Thugs Need Love. So it's like them type of songs, like love songs and just a slow vibe and stuff like that. That whole album is based around that theme. Then my second album I dropped is called Mobbing with MoBetta. That was like more on the hood shit. The second album, the first album was I think all Detroit artists. The first album. Oh no, I lied. The first album got artists from Atlanta on it. And then my second album, I actually got Hardo on my second album. My first album, just to drop a couple names, I got Babyface Ray on there, GT, Goo. I got a little people, I got a little bit of everybody on my albums. My second album, I got Los Nutty, Babyface Ray, GT, Brooks, Vez, Sterl Gotti and Sada Baby got a song on that album. Hardo. It's just a little bit of everybody for real.